So last night, I was from one of the things there that moved. That's why I made a big noise. No, so last night when I couldn't sleep properly, I tweeted out something that reminded me of basically my old life. And I looked at my old Twitter account before I made a new one, of basically before my mental health escalated into the position where it is today. I learned a lot since then, but this is all not negative if you're thinking any of that. But it made me realise last night how lucky I am. But it makes me reflect on the battles, the challenges I have to deal with on a daily basis, just so I can actually be a better man and a better individual, not only for myself, but for others. And it's hard because you gotta try and push through all these difficulties, and you gotta see all this through this certain way, and it's not easy for anybody. You gotta see it from my perspective, that this is why I do vlogs, to show you guys a bit of my life. Right now it's 9:45. I had a palpitation issue this morning, and even the smallest of things, like I keep saying, it pulls me back, and it's horrendous. I absolutely hate it. It's the worst thing anybody could deal with. It is absolutely horrendous to deal with in the early mornings and all that stuff. Now, I knew why my anxiety triggered. It's because tomorrow I've got an annual review, which I have with my social worker, the staff team and my family. My mum's always there to help me through it, but we had to put in some stuff. I mean, this is an annual thing that we do every year, so if anybody's in care, you'd understand what I'm saying. But with anybody who's obviously in social care, not in social care, this is something we have to do every single year, because it's not because if it's oh, it's mandatory. We have to do this because you have to do it, and it's the only way to get support through issues on a daily basis. You can't you can't change the issues that are there, but you can try and improve them. And it is a pain in the ass to see what things happen behind those closed doors. Sometimes I've actually seen people struggle really badly due to support services, and I'm in that system. They can take advantage of anybody, and they don't care about what you do. They only care about this. That's all they care about. And it's quite sad. It really is devastating. It's not an easy battle. You have to see from a different perspective why these things happen. Because one, people can't defend themselves who are in the system. They can't, because one, they can't speak. One, they can't basically tell them to leave it alone, stop financially abusing my money for someone else. But unfortunately, this is life. This is what happens. People are going to take advantage because they don't care about what the individual is doing at the end of the day. You've got to see it from that perspective, and it's a nasty system. It really is. And I've lived through this system for years. It's not the easiest. It's brilliant. The system isn't brilliant. The way I live is far better than some people would say to me. but you gotta do it from a different perspective. You gotta like do things very differently, or it's just never going to change at all. That's why I have to have an annual review. Some places will just tell you that you're doing fine, and if you don't have that support behind you, they're going to walk all over you. And I've seen that with other people. Some staff will walk all over you and just throw your own money into an arcade machine, and that's it. That is how sad it is, and they don't care. And I've seen people do this all the time, and it's a similar thing that my ex did to me when I was younger. It was horrible, and I couldn't live with that. And again, it's just, you have to like see what's there, if that makes sense. Like, you gotta see what the issues are before you make the first leap, because if you leap too soon, more issues are going to drown you even more, and that's where issues will start to really get you. So I just finished my day, and I ain't too tired. In all fairness, there wasn't really much to do. I had to do a lot of planting. I did a bit of doing the labels and all that stuff. But you know, it's not too bad. I had to do a lot in a certain way, but again, I've had to throw all the plants out of the shop to put the other section in the other greenhouse straight into the shop. They didn't bin them because there's different facilities, but they've had to put them all into that area for, again, quite some time. It's been a while since we've done this, but since COVID hit, they haven't really actually had a lot of customers, in all fairness with them. But the good thing is, it keeps me going, despite with all the anxiety and issues and me being irritatingly late every so often, which unfortunately is now very often. I want to change that, but as you guys can imagine, that stuff doesn't work with me. It just doesn't help the situation, and I want to change it. I want to live a better life, but again, it's about knowing how to control this anxiety that I have been trying to fight for months, in fact years even. It's been already 1 year since I've already had this irritating panic attacks began. Almost home. Surprisingly enough, I haven't seen Owen this week, because sometimes he comes over and sees me. Oh, if you're wondering what's where we did that video on the mob channel, it was right there. Just there, where those poles are. We we did that shot a little while ago, funny enough. Did the shot of hey, what's your name kind of video about a year ago, and it never came out because people are too light-hearted and don't find everything funny, and you kind of find the joke quite meaningful and it's quite funny in a sense. And obviously these people are American that made the video, and you all know which one I'm talking about. I mean, I think it was like around the time when COVID hit. So again, it was quite crazy. I ain't gonna lie. God, look at the weather. It's quite crazy how quickly it turns from rainy to cloudy, then sunny. It's like the weather can't even make up its bloody mind. That's right, time to head up. Right, home at last. Come on, you fat keys. Let's get you in there. How's my little fellas doing? Oh my word. Sonic, you have completely and utterly destroyed that. Crazy. Absolutely crazy. Something's wiggling around in there. Are they bugs? Oh, or they're starting to lay eggs. What are those little bugs? What are they? You can't see them very well, but you can see little spots on the screen, on the glass. What are they? Are they from the plant or something? I'm gonna keep an eye on that. That's my little shrimpy today. He looks very happy. So that's my little guy. It's very nice to see him. He's always active. Then the big guy, who's also itching here and cleaning himself, is here. Unfortunately, this isn't my wood shrimp, but I've just seen him just now, and here he is. He's my largest wood shrimp. He is absolutely gigantic. Wow, he's grown since I've last seen him. Right, let's make a cuppa.
Right, time to wake up.
Good morning.
How do you know it's morning?
Well, that's usually when people set alarms for, James.
Ah, they might be having an afternoon nap.
The only things that take afternoon naps are cats and you.
Which, interestingly, are the only two things I'm allergic to.
All right, what time is it?
I don't know. We're not in the room with them.
Or are we? We could be hiding in the wardrobe.
Anyway.
Just wake up!
And then, could you poke some toast under the wardrobe door? I'm starving.